Yeast is a normal part of our skin. It's found in the mouth, on the skin, in the ears, in the digestive tract, and then in the genital tract. A yeast infection becomes a problem when the yeast overgrows. Normally there's a set of balances where the body will keep the yeast in check by other mechanisms. Certain things can trigger this situation to get out of control, and you can get a yeast overgrowth. The yeast will then kind of grow in a rapid fashion in the skin of the vagina, or in the intestinal tract, or in the groin area, or in the armpits, things like that. Little babies can get thrush due to hormone changes from mother's milk, or milk sugar being in their mouth too long, lots of different reasons. Yeast infections are pretty readily treated. Some people have toenail infections, athlete's foot and things like that. Those are all forms of yeast that can invade the body, and once the yeast gets underneath that toenail, it's in a nice protected place it loves to grow. So there are many treatments available for yeast infections, over-the-counter creams and salves and things like that. And then there's also prescription-grade medication that you can consult your physician about if you have any questions or concerns regarding a yeast infection.
Hi Linda, my name is Pauline and I'm from Miami, Florida, and I just want to let you know that I am so glad I found your program. For many years I was overweight and sick from Candida. Then your book was given to me as a gift, and I was really surprised that you provided information I had never read about anywhere else. So I decided to give it a try, and I started to follow the plan that's outlined in the book, and noticed that I was beginning to lose a lot of the extra weight. And I also started feeling better, actually better than I had in a long time. And now, after being on the program for a while, I feel awesome physically. I was really glad that the book addressed issues like oral yeast infections, allergies, and also digestive disorders such as leaky gut, which are all related to Candida infections. Not too long ago, I was tested again for some food allergies, and it was amazing. This time, I was found to be allergic only to a couple of foods, which this is compared to years ago when I tested allergic to 80% of the foods. Your book really has so much great information. The whole program has really helped me start my new life, a better life, without yeast. Before I started on the program, I also suffered from some other symptoms like muscle aches, mood swings, oral thrush, chronic fatigue, and severe eczema on my right foot. These were all Candida related. I'm sure of that, since following the Yeast Infection No More program cleared up the eczema. I was shocked. It was completely gone in less than 12 days. And I've noticed that the muscle aches, oral infection, and most of my digestive disorders, the ones I used to suffer from, have started to fade away. I wake up smiling each day. I feel more alert throughout the day, and at night, I can finally sleep like a baby. The program is really a must-read for anyone who is suffering from Candida, or for people like me who have taken antibiotics through the years and are now experiencing some of the symptoms that go along with the intestinal flora imbalance. I also want to let you know that several people in my church have been following the program, and they're doing great. I really can't believe what an impact your program has made on my life.